G'day guys, my name's Nick and this is my channel Low Range Nick, where I do videos about four-wheel driving, maintenance and accessory fitting to your four-wheel drive vehicle. So in today's video I'm going to go through exactly how I've constructed my rear drawer system for the Mu-x and show you just what's involved in making a custom setup like I have. Alright guys, so this is the base. So this is what I've had to put in the back of the Mu-x to raise up the floor. So it's basically just a raised platform just to get the floor level to the height that I needed. So it just sits just above the plastic trim on the back of the interior. So I'll show you exactly what I've done. So basically I measured it all up, cut the board to size, and then from there I've had to cut some angles off the front edges just to clear the plastic trim on the front. And I've cut these notches out on these two sides on the back section just for my tie downs to go through that section, because it does come close to the plastic trim inside the car. So this will just allow the tie downs to go through there and not come anywhere near the plastic trim. So this is the back section of my raised floor. So I've just used some 45mm thick by 850 long wooden beams just to raise the floor up. And then you can see those beams are all screwed in along here in three different lines. So guys, now that I've finished building the floor system, it's time to carpet this bit so I can bolt everything else down over the top of it. Right guys, so I've cut out my carpet so it's almost the right size. Now I've just flipped it over on the ground. I'm just going to trim it exactly to the right size I want, just so I don't have too much overhang. So I want probably at least an inch overhang, if not slightly more, if not like 3 to 4 centimeters overhang when I'm done. So I've got rid of this excess carpet now, so that's pretty close to where I want it to be for when I'm wrapping it. So I'm just going to flip it back over and then I'll start making sure that top surface is really nice and clean before I put the adhesive on there. So now that I've got the carpet on the top section, I've flipped the board over and I'm just having a look at the corners. So I've just gone around and I've cut up notches out of all of the corners of the carpet. So it still wraps around the edges, but it's not going to overhang and overlap each other on the back side, so I can still staple it down. So basically what I'm going to do now is run the adhesive around the back side of the board, just around the edges. And then I'm going to fold the edges over and then use the staple gun to hold that edge in place. So now that I've finished carpeting the baseboard, I've just put the fridge and the fridge slide and the drawer on top. And I'm just double checking that my measurements with these fridge surrounds are correct. So I'm just going to put the fridge box on and just double check that it's all good before I start carpeting. So I'm just checking that it's still the right height, and it's going to clear the fridge quite easily. So when I look under there, there's probably about an inch clearance between there and the top, so that's perfect. So what I've done now is I've painted this sideboard black on the inside with a bit of black wood paint, and then I've carpeted. So I've also bolted down all of my accessories. So I've bolted down the drawer system to the false floor, and I've bolted down the fridge slide to the false floor. So the drawer and the fridge slide both came with all their mounting hardware. So the drawer came with 4 big bolts to bolt it down to the false floor, and the fridge slide came with 6 smaller bolts to bolt down through the false floor. So I've just finished carpeting that sideboard for the right hand side of the drawer system. So now I'm ready to pretty much mount it on the drawer system beside that fridge slide, just like this. I'm going to actually bolt it into the bottom to the fridge slide so it's nice and strong. I'm just using the original seat bolt holes with the original seat bolts to hold down 4 tie down points, and then I'll put a strap around each of those and tie the drawer system down. So in this middle section there's actually 4 locating holes from the rear seats, and they go through to the underbody, so it's a hole straight through into the underbody. So all I've done is just put a little bit of silicone on each of those holes and put the original seat bolts back in all the holes, just to seal the boot up from any water that might get in it. So these are the little tie down points I've put on. So they're in the spots where the old seats used to be, in the bolt holes, and I've just reused these seat bolts. I've done the same with the other side as well. So this is how I'm going to secure the drawers. So this is just the tie down points on the drawer system. And this is the tie down points on the drawer side. So now is the moment of truth. It's time to put the drawer system in the back of the MU-x. So the drawers are all in and they fit really well. I'm super excited. All my measurements paid off. So I've just tied down the sides here, my 4 tie down points. That side as well. I've just checked that It all fits fine. The rear seats come back up and we're all good. Okay guys, so I've got the drawers in and they're all finished. I'm pretty happy with them, so I'll show you a quick run through of the setup. So you've got the Titan drawer on this side. Quite easily slides all the way out like that. Clips back in, really easy. Nice sturdy latches, lockable. A couple of keys, and you've got some tie down points on the top there. Tying your gear down. Now this is the fridge box I've constructed. I've put in there the Dunn and Watson fridge slide. So it just slides out like that. And then the added bonus of this one, a little table. Putting all your gear on there, or your lunch, or whatever you want to prepare. So it's got a chopping board top, so it's actually the sort of plastic top, so you can chop on it. And then easy access to the fridge. Straight under there. Quite easy. Now you can even put the fridge slide in like this and still keep the table out like that. So it's up to you what sort of setup you want to have, but it's pretty versatile. You know, this drawer, single drawer with the fridge slide out table, it's really versatile. That's why I like it and why I chose it. But I'm pretty happy with how it's all come together, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos related to the Isuzu Mu-x, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned. Cheers guys.